In the competitive world of business, it's amazing to see people and companies working together to help each other succeed for the greater good of everyone. Right now, Canopy's 27 campaign is underway, and here to tell us more is Canopy founder Scott Collins and business owner Rashad Abdur Rahman with the Racial Healing Project. Thank you both so much for talking with me today.
It's great to be here.
Now, first of all, Scott, for anyone who doesn't know, can you tell us a little bit about what Canopy is and what you do?
Sure. Canopy is a Kentucky-based nonprofit that's driving to make Kentucky first in the good business movement. What we mean by that is there's a whole energy globally, really, and especially nationally, around this idea of businesses sort of redefining success to include not just profit, but also to include a social and or environmental good that they do as well. So what we're trying to do with Canopy is make Kentucky the best space for this type of business, this way of doing business, because we think that when we do that, we'll be able to tackle not only some of our financial problems that we have in the state, but also touch on and address some of our environmental and social problems.
You recently launched the 27 campaign, and it has such an amazing, important goal. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, the 27 campaign was in response to the awareness that was occurring around the protesting regarding Breonna Taylor here locally, and really a way of sort of showing solidarity with the Black community. And the 27 campaign was designed to do, it had sort of two pillars. And the first pillar was around education. So at the beginning of the campaign, we have every day an educational moment where we're offering free content. And Rashad actually came on one of our webcasts to the community around how businesses can become more racially responsible, can improve their DE&I, or even can begin to look at these things for the first time. The second leg of it is a fundraising piece around raising money for the 27 fund. And I've got some exciting news for you if you want to hear it.
Ready for it. Bring it.
Are you ready? $46,500 raised to date. And we have 25 businesses that have joined the effort. And these businesses have made a commitment to make a public-facing anti-racism statement. They've committed to look at their own policies and procedures and to improve them. And they've each made a minimum of $1,000 donation to the fund.
Rashad, your business is called the Racial Healing Project. Could you tell us a little bit more about it?
When we think about race and racism in this country, I think that oftentimes we view them as intractable, ever-present issues that have somehow just become a fact of life, a reality. And in truth, race is something that has been totally socially constructed. Racism is something that has been done as a matter of policy, as a matter of structure and systems, right? And so the Racial Healing Project is very much about understanding that structural racism has been done, therefore it can be undone. And the work that my company does is we engage organizations or institutions or groups to identify racial inequity and to identify the emptiness of race as a construct, but the reality of racism and racialized outcomes as a construct. We then really work to operationalize what those racial inequities look like and how do we begin to address them. And then we sort of help folks put in place plans, strategies, strategic initiatives to reduce and ultimately eliminate these racialized outcomes. And when I talk about racialized outcomes, certainly these are true in education and in health, certainly in business and nonprofits across the board. We see that race is still a predictor for your outcomes in our society. And so we have to get our heads around the fact that these outcomes can be identified and undone, and that we can undo racism.
What has it meant to you to work with Canopy, and what has that experience been like for you?
Sure. So Scott and his team, I think, have been really leveraging where the business community can step up and be more responsive to the racial inequities that exist in society. And so we all have a role to play. There's no doubt about that, whether we're talking about government, philanthropy, education, whatever it might be. But business is situated from the perspective of raw resources, and if we're talking about dollars that are in community, but also I think because businesses have various values, have various missions, business is situated in a special way to do more and to do better. And quite frankly, there is a responsibility that business has to do better, and not necessarily to have all the answers, but how does business partner with community and engage in community in ways that are not tokenizing, but elevate the importance of community voice in how business moves and operates, but then also leveraging profits and leveraging some of the financial success that businesses experience to invest back in community. We understand, it's clear that the well-being of a community is highly connected to the well-being of a company, right? This is an ecosystem of health, and so the more that a company can understand its commitment and its responsibility in promoting racial equity in the community or anti-racism frameworks in community with community, then that's a universal benefit for us all.
And if people want to learn more about the Racial Healing Project, where can they go?
Just go to racialhealingproject.com.
And Scott, if people want to learn more about Canopy and get involved with the 27 campaign, where should they go?
To our website. Canopyky.org, O-R-G.
Awesome. Thank you both so much for talking with me today.
Thanks. It's good to see you again.